We would like to welcome you to Randy Jordan Field here on the campus of Columbus High, and we've got an incredible matchup for you tonight on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. For the first time in school history, the Glenwood Gators taking on the Columbus Blue Devils. Two historic baseball teams in the Chattahoochee Valley. Great Major League players like Tim Hudson for Glenwood, Frank Thomas for Columbus. These two schools have never faced off against each other. Columbus with 12 state titles, Glenwood with 24 state titles. And we got an incredible pitching matchup for you tonight as well, as Tyler Sykes taking the mound for the Glenwood Gators, going up against R.J. Griffin. He was part of that incredible pitching performance that you witnessed here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live on Friday, a 4-0 win over Shaw, as R.J. Griffin and Michael Nodelman combined for a no-hitter. Glenwood is managed by Chattahoochee Valley Sports Hall of Famer Tim Fanning. It's their first season in the AHSAA, as we see some of the Glenwood students making their way across the river from Phoenix City to be in attendance for this one. Got to see Glenwood in the Border Wars over the weekend, getting a wins over Calvary Christian, Harris County. Also a win over Bethlehem Christian Academy. Glenwood comes in with a 9-3 record. Columbus 6-7. They split a 2-game series against Russell County over the weekend. So here's the starting lineup for the Glenwood Gators. Leading things off and playing center field is Mason McCrane. Batting second and playing right field is Hudson Campbell. Batting third and playing shortstop, Carter Judah. Batting fourth and the cleanup hitter is Levi Pender. Batting fifth and playing first base is Wilkinson behind the plate. And batting sixth is Cal Lawrence. Batting seventh in the DH, Mac Blair. Long is over in left field. And then batting ninth and playing second base is Logan Henderson. On the mound, Tyler Sykes. For the home team, the Columbus Blue Devils, leading things off and playing right field is the man they call Smoke, Jamari Blackman. Batting second and playing center field, Caden Bryden's. Batting third and playing first base is Michael Nodelman. Batting fourth and playing third base is Christian Spivey. Batting fifth, the catcher, William Randall. Then we got R.J. Griffin on the mound. They're playing the national anthem, and we'll start with the first pitch. And for the first time in school history, it's Glenwood and Columbus here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And how fitting is that we got a fan already with a Columbus Clean Stones t-shirt. What a way to bring in baseball here in the Chattahoochee Valley. R.J. Griffin taking the mound for the Columbus Blue Devils, facing this potent Glenwood lineup that has beaten teams like Central, Northside, Harris County, Russell County. And they get ready for this. Columbus, they split the doubleheader with Russell County over the weekend, but they did get a big region win over Shaw. They are 3-0 in region play. In fact, they play Jordan tomorrow at Jordan High School. R.J. Griffin with a 5.48 earn run average. He is 1-3 on this season. This is his 7th appearance, and he has, I want to say he's got 2 saves. I guess they didn't give him credit for that save because it was a 4-run lead, not a save situation. But that was just the equivalent of a save. But R.J. Griffin's got some good stuff. He's got a tall presence on the mound, and the righty likes to tuck in that glove, and his pitching style kind of reminds me of Derek Lowe, who played for the Boston Red Sox and the Atlanta Braves. And the throw down to second as we are going to get underway with this one. We are ready to go here at Randy Jordan Field. Mason McCrane coming up to the plate for Glenwood. Facing R.J. Griffin. And we are underway, and McCrane fouls one back. Got a good cut on that one. McCrane is known for his power. He likes to pull the ball. And it's just a towering monster out there in left field. But, yeah, the dimensions of this ballpark might be a little bit deeper than Glenwood. I'll have to fact check on that one. That's in there for strike 2. And McCrane is behind in the count, 0-2. Griffin working from the stretch, and the pitch to McCrane. There's a fastball that's low. And in case you're wondering, because I'm a baseball nerd, I had to go look it up in the history books. I was curious. I wanted to see what was Frank Thomas's lifetime batting average against Tim Hudson. He is 2 for 11, 15 plate appearances, had 4 walks. So, yes, they have faced off against each other. Probably 2 of the greatest baseball players to ever come out of this city. The 2-2, and it's popped up. Playable. Underneath it. In left field. Camped underneath it and makes the grab is David Scott Livingston for the first out. So McCrane flies out to left. Now Hudson Campbell would be the batter. Griffin pitches high for a ball. 1-0 count to Hudson Campbell. Fastball right down the pipe. It's 1-1. What a gorgeous day for some baseball. Had a little rain in the forecast earlier today, but it's cleared out. We're ready to play some baseball. The 1-1 is down and away. It's 2-1. Two and one count to Hudson Campbell. As we see fans from both Columbus and Glenwood here cheering on their teams, and that's a 3-1 count to Campbell. A 9-3 record for Glenwood. They've gotten the job done against tough competition. That is outside ball 4, and Hudson Campbell is aboard with a walk. Now bring to the plate Carter Judah. Judah is a contact hitter. He likes to put the ball in play. I would not be shocked if they go for a hit and run. His 2 outstanding baseball teams. You talk about the 12 championships that Columbus won under the legendary coach Bobby Howard. Coach Tim Fanning was part of 9 championships, and Glenwood in the AISA won 24 baseball championships. First pitch to Carter Judah. That's a good cut. It's 0-1. R.J. Griffin working from the stretch and steps off the mound. I was told before the game that Scott Livingston, the assistant coach, is managing for Coach Chad Mathis. The 0-1, and that's fouled back. That was a good jump by Hudson Campbell. No balls and 2 strikes. Griffin, pitch to Campbell, and it's high and away. Appreciate everybody watching us on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Back at it again. Got a busy slate of baseball this week. Tomorrow, for sure, we've got Sean Hardaway. We also got Glenwood softball. And we got some soccer games as well. Runner goes. That's popped up. That's going to be down Forest Avenue, I believe, whatever that street is called. Yeah, Forest Avenue. Forest and 17th, in case you're wondering. That's a historic site. It's a nice set of housing over there. Runner goes. That's outside. There's the throw. And that's going to be down and a stolen base for Hudson Campbell. And now Campbell's in scoring position. It's a 2-2 count to Carter Judah. The cleanup hitter, Levi Pender, on deck for the Gators. Griffin, the stretch, the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him on strikeouts. And now there's 2 away, and Levi Pender is coming up. The cleanup hitter for the Gators, with an opportunity here to bring in a run here in the first. And Griffin just steps off the rubber. We are live here at Randy Jordan Field on the campus of the oldest public school here in Muskogee County, founded in 1890. First pitch to Pender, fouled away. And it just so happens that tomorrow the 2 oldest public schools in the same region will be facing off against each other. Rivalry renewed, Columbus and Jordan. We will be at Hardaway High School for Sean Hardaway. That's in there. That's not strike 3. It kind of fooled everybody even up here, but that is an 0-2 count to Levi Pender. Yeah, the Columbus players were getting ready to walk off the field like it was strike 3. No balls, 2 strikes to Levi Pender. Griffin steps off. He's just trying to keep Campbell honest. The pitch to Pender. It's popped up. Playable. Who's got it? What a catch by Michael Nodelman. And that ends the inning. Wow, he just had to leap up to get that one. So no runs, no hits, one left. We go to the bottom of the second. Columbus coming up to bat here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live is proud to partner with one of our presenting sponsors, Buffalo Rock. And without this partnership, it would be hard to be able to live stream all the different sporting events at high schools, colleges, and local professional teams every single week like we do. So we thank Buffalo Rock for their support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And next time you're watching a Georgia Alabama Sports Live broadcast, make sure you're drinking a nice, refreshing Pepsi. Delicious. Thank you to Buffalo Rock and Pepsi.
Bottom of the first inning, Columbus coming up to bat. Tyler Sykes on the mound for Glenwood. Leading things off and playing right field is Jamari Smoke Blackman. Batting second, playing center field, Caden Bryans. Batting third and playing first base is Michael Nodelman, the cleanup hitter. And playing third base is Christian Spivey. Batting fifth and behind the plate is William Randall. The DH and batting sixth is Jonathan Miller. Batting seventh in the pitcher, R.J. Griffin. Batting eighth, David Scott Livingston. He's also playing left field. Batting ninth, Maddox Anderson, the shortstop. We got David Vega over in the field at second base. There's Tyler Sykes. He's been in this Glenwood organization for a while now. Has got 2 championship rings. He was the number 2 starting pitcher behind Jacob Page 2 years ago. Helped Glenwood win their first AISA state title since 2017. And last year, he was pretty much the number 1 guy. It was him and Mason McCrane were your 1-2 starters. But you also had Logan Henderson, Hudson Campbell. You had some good pitching. And Glenwood's also added Nick Torres. I mean, they've got a pretty good pitching staff. And right now they're 9-3 on the season. And Tyler Sykes' first pitch to Smoke is swung on a miss for a strike. Jamari Blackman, the leadoff hitter for the Columbus Blue Devils. The 0-1 just missed. It is 1-1. Columbus got to the second round of the AHSAA or the GHSA playoffs in 3A last year. Lost to Mary Persons. There's a little dribbler. Sykes plays it. Throws it to first. Got him. What a play there by Tyler Sykes. It goes 1-3 on the putout. And Smoke Blackman is down here in the first. Now we'll bring up Caden Bryans. The lefty steps in. Sykes' first pitch to Bryans. And that is right in there for a strike. It's 0-1. The pitch is fouled back. It's 0-2. Sykes delivers. Here's the 0-2, and that is high above the letters. It's 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Just missed. It is 2-2. Oh, swung on a miss, strike 3. What a pitch there by Tyler Sykes for the second out. And now here comes Michael Nodelman. And we knew that once Glenwood went to the AHSAA that we would be getting these matchups we've always wanted to see. So that's inside for a ball. We've already seen Glenwood take on Central, Northside, Smith Station, Russell County. We'll get to see them at Smith Station this Friday. Going to play Northside later this year as well, at Northside. That is inside. It's 2-0 to Michael Nodelman, who leads Columbus with 1 home run and 14 RBIs. The 2-0. That is low, ball 3. So Columbus, last season, lost to Mary Persons in the second round, as that 3-0 is right down the middle. It's strike 1. It's actually a best of 3 they lost. 3-1. Got it on the outside corner. It runs the count full to Nodelman. Glenwood beat Lee Scott Academy in a best of 3 winner-take-all in Montgomery. Payoff pitch, and that is roped into center field for the first hit of the game. And Michael Nodelman is aboard with a 2-out single. So it keeps the inning alive for Columbus. And that will bring to the plate Christian Spivey, the cleanup hitter for the Blue Devils. Christian Spivey, also a quarterback for Coach Bob Peters and the Blue Devils football team. First pitch to Spivey, fouled away. It's on Forest Avenue, and that's a souvenir in somebody's house. I tell you, those houses on Forest Avenue, they either must be really diehard baseball fans that just sit on their front porch and just watch a baseball game, or they have got to be irritated that foul balls keep coming in their front yard. You can't have it both ways. It's an 0-1 count to Christian Spivey. Sykes from the stretch and the pitch. And that is blooped into shallow right, going underneath it. Making the grab is Campbell to end the inning. As we played 1 here at Columbus, we are scoreless, and we'll be back after this on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hi, my name is Griff Gordy, and here at Gordy Eye Care, we have been serving the Bi-City community for 17 years. As a former state championship quarterback, I love the fact that I can watch local high school athletics from the comfort of my own home. So it was a no-brainer to support Georgia Alabama Sports Live and what they do for young athletes in our area.
And without business like yourself, Gordy Eye Care, none of our coverage would be possible to be able to cover the 16 different high schools, the local colleges, and professional teams. So we'd like to say thank you to you, Dr. Griff Gordy, and Gordy Eye Care for your support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And then you can make an appointment today at Gordy Eye Care with the number 334-291-5125. Keep supporting Gordy Eye Care and keep watching Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Top of the second inning, scoreless here at Randy Jordan Field. Here at Columbus High School, R.J. Griffin, first pitch to Wilkinson is high for a ball. Second pitch, outside, 2-0. Griffin, the stretch, the 2-0, and that's down the middle. It's a 2-1 count to the number 5 hitter, Wilkinson. Cal Lawrence on deck. The 2-1. And that's on the outside corner. It evens the count at 2-2. Griffin from the stretch. The 2-2 to Wilkinson has popped up out of play. That's actually going down 17th. And you got to love the stadium sound effects. The broken glass, the car alarms. We used them all when I was doing stadium sound effects for a minor league baseball team back in the day. A lot of fun. 2-2. That's low ball 3. And it runs the count full. As the fans starting to pile into the stadium, just getting off work right at the right time, and they're coming here. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. What a pitch. That's a second strikeout for R.J. Griffin. And that will bring up the number 6 hitter, Cal Lawrence. Griffin from the stretch. The first pitch to Lawrence is a changeup that gets away from Randall, and that's going to be ball 1. So we are live here at Randy Jordan Field, Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We are brought to you by Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, Gordy Eye Care. That is in there for a strike. Also brought to you by Kinetic Credit Union and Buffalo Rock. Also brought to you by Alabama Power and Zaxby's. That is low for a ball. It's 2-1. Two balls and 1 strikes. The pitch just missed. It's now a 3-1 count to Cal Lawrence. As he takes a couple of practice swings. Just a reminder, we're also going to have Glenwood softball tomorrow. It'll be the debut. That's foul back on Forest Avenue, and that's going to be another souvenir in somebody's front yard. It is a full count on Cal Lawrence. He was the memorable 3-run shot against Central a couple of weeks ago. Payoff pitch is outside, ball 4. Cal Lawrence is aboard with a 1-out walk. And that will bring to the plate Mac Blair. Glenwood went a perfect 3-0 in the Border Wars over the weekend. They defeated Calvary, Harris County, and Bethlehem Christian. Right now, they currently stand at 9-3 overall. And their only losses was in the LaGrange Invitational against some top opponents. Mac Blair, first pitch to Blair is high for a ball. It is 1-0. Next game, Glenwood is going to be on the road taking on Holtville on the 13th. And then at Smith Station, 2 miles away from their campus. And we will have that game for you on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Then they start area play taking on Dadeville. They will host Columbus at Tim Fanning Field on April 1st. They got a stretch where they got to play Northside, Columbus, and then they play Lee Scott up in Auburn. 3 games in 3 days. That pitch is high and away. It's 2-0. To the DH, Mac Blair. Griffin, the 2-0. Swing and a miss. It's 2-1. Griffin from the stretch. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2. Griffin throws back to first. Griffin working from the stretch. Pitch to Blair. Got him, strike three. Tipped in the catcher's glove. And that's the third strikeout for R.J. Griffin. So Ashley Long will be the batter, the left fielder, with 2 away here in the second inning. Griffin from the stretch. And he steps off the rubber. First pitch to Long is high and away. And it's a 1-0 count to Ashley Long. And that is popped up. That's going to be in our area. And it's going to be a foul ball. Can never be too careful when it's coming directly above you. Makes me wish I could just bring my glove. Which actually, that's not a bad idea. I mean, when we were kids, we brought our glove to the ballpark. All right, it's a 1-1 count to Ashley Long in the pitch, and that is roped into shallow right. Underneath it. Makes the grab, and the inning is over. As Smoke ends up making the catch. We go to the bottom of the second. Scoreless here at Randy Jordan Field here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hi, my name is Griff Gordy, and here at Gordy Eye Care, we have been serving the Bi-City community for 17 years. As a former state championship quarterback, I love the fact that I can watch local high school athletics from the comfort of my own home. So it was a no-brainer to support Georgia Alabama Sports Live and what they do for young athletes in our area.
And without business like yourself, Gordy Eye Care, none of our coverage would be possible. To be able to cover these 16 different high schools, the local colleges, and professional teams. So we'd like to say thank you to you, Dr. Griff Gordy and Gordy Eye Care, for your support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And then you can make an appointment today at Gordy Eye Care with the number 334-291-5125. Keep supporting Gordy Eye Care and keep watching Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Even though I'm away at college, Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between internal and external accounts, get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet and enjoy quick, secure, contactless payments. By the way, Mom, I need some more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Mom, I need some more money. Special thanks to Kinetic Credit Union for being a presenting sponsor. Also, Gordy Eye Care, Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, Buffalo Rock, Zaxby's, Alabama Power, as they support all Glenwood athletics. It's the bottom of the second inning. It is scoreless. Columbus has the one base hit off Tyler Sykes. And now the catcher, William Randall, is coming up. Sykes gets set. The first pitch to Randall. Swing and a miss. He took something off of it, a changeup. It's 0-1. Sykes delivers. And Randall, ground ball right to the second baseman, Vega. Or right to the second baseman, Henderson, in the throw to first. Gets the out. It's 4-3 on the put out. Now Jonathan Miller, the DH, as the lefty steps in. Sykes. Pitch is outside. It's 1-0. Sykes back to work. Delivers. The 1-0 is a ground ball. And a throw to first. Quickly 2 away. It was a hot corner there by Logan Henderson. And another 4-3 put out. 3 pitches, 2 ground balls, 2 outs for Tyler Sykes. And now here comes R.J. Griffin. There's a curve that's high and away for a ball. Sykes, the 1-0. Right on the corner, it's 1-1. Here's the 1-1 to Griffin. Outside, 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, and the pitch. Fastball right on the outside corner. It's 2-2. And I tell you, if you're not watching a baseball game, the nice thing to do is just have a walk down Forest Avenue. That's what people like doing. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And the inning is over. A 3-up, 3-down inning for Tyler Sykes. We played 2 here at Columbus. Still scoreless here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Football is back, and the only thing that makes it better is some delicious food from Zaxby's. They're a proud sponsor of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And I can tell you that everyone on this team loves their chicken. Get all the favorites, such as their signature chicken sandwich, or try the new chicken finger tacos with your favorite drink. From amazing salads, wings, chicken fingers, and some of the best drinks around, there isn't a better way to enjoy our broadcast without getting some fantastic meals from Zaxby's. Check out the 2 here in Phoenix City, one off Crawford Road and the other on US 80. Thank you again to Zaxby's for sponsoring Georgia Alabama Sports Live, and make sure you call them for all your catering and tailgating needs this football season. Football is back, and the only thing that...
Hi, my name is Griff Gordy, and here at Gordy Eye Care, we have been serving the Bi-City community for 17 years. As a former state championship quarterback, I love the fact that I can watch local high school athletics from the comfort of my own home. So it was a no-brainer to support Georgia Alabama Sports Live and what they do for young athletes in our area.
And without business like yourself, Gordy Eye Care, none of our coverage would be possible. To be able to cover the 16 different high schools, the local colleges, and professional teams. So we'd like to say thank you to you, Dr. Griff Gordy and Gordy Eye Care, for your support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And then you can make an appointment today at Gordy Eye Care with the number 334-291-5125. Keep supporting Gordy Eye Care and keep watching Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Top of the 3rd inning, Glenwood coming up to bat. R.J. Griffin starts Logan Henderson off with a strike. And that's high for a ball. And just missed. It's 2-1. Columbus is going to be on the road tomorrow. They're just going to go up the road. They're going to take on their longtime rival, the Jordan Red Jackets. That's in there for a strike. By the way, Jordan having a fantastic year. They swept Sumter County over the weekend. 2-2. Oh, just miss. And it runs the count full. Columbus right now in first place in their region. Payoff pitch coming, and that is low, ball 4. And another walk for R.J. Griffin. And that will bring Mason McCrane, who is 0 for 1 in the game. He flied out to the left fielder. Griffin from the stretch. And the pitch to McCrane is high and away for a ball. And it's a 1-0 count. First time these two schools are playing in baseball in school history, and this is not going to be the last time. They're going to play at Glenwood on April the 1st. The 1-1 curve. That is high. It's 2-0. Did not quite break like R.J. Griffin wanted. Two balls and no strikes. And that is outside, ball 3. It's a 3-0 count to Mason McCrane. Griffin's pitch to McCrane is inside, and he walked him. Back-to-back walks for R.J. Griffin. And now Hudson Campbell will be the batter. R.J. Griffin was part of that historic moment you witnessed on Georgia Alabama Sports Live on Friday, where he and Michael Nodelman combined for a no-hitter in a 4-0 victory over Shaw. Griffin from the stretch. And he steps off the rubber. It's an absolute gorgeous day, and thought it was going to be cold. It might still, the temperatures might dip a little bit later tonight, but after the Brookstone-Columbus game, I came prepared. Campbell showing bunt, and that's in there for a strike. It's 0-1. That Brookstone-Columbus game that myself, Rex, and Thrift did was brutal. And wasn't for sure going to be as far as weather, so I decided to bundle up just in case. Griffin working from the stretch. Showing bunt. Henderson pulls back. It's a strike. It's 0-2. And now he's probably going to have to swing away, because if he bunts right here and it fouls away, that will be strike 3. R.J. Griffin on the mound from the stretch. Campbell showing bunt. And time is called. That's Coach Livingston over there. Also part of the Columbus Blue Devil staff, assistant. Showing bunt. He lays down a beauty. Griffin throwing to first, and that is going to be safe. As Vega was covering the bag, and he bobbled the ball, and so the bases are loaded for Glenwood with no outs. Probably going to rule in error, I would say E5. Because now they are ducks on the pond for all the base runners. And then Coach Livingston's going to have a chat with the infield. It will give us an opportunity to let you know that this game is presented by Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, Gordy Eye Care, Kinetic Credit Union, Buffalo Rock and Pepsi, Zaxby's, Alabama Power. Also our supporting sponsors, Terry Johnson Agency, Carroll Purdue State Farm, Alex Quinney Allstate, Masterwall Incorporated. We appreciate all of our sponsors for helping support Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. Don't forget, we also have the Georgia-Alabama Sports Live show later tonight, as Thrift and I will be dropping the final rankings of high school basketball. We'll also have our baseball rankings. We maybe have a couple of guests. A lot of sporting events happening the Monday after the basketball championships. There's a check swing, and that is going to be low for a ball to Carter Judah, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. There are ducks on the pond everywhere on the base. And that's going to be a ball 2-0. Carter Judah, part of that trio of running backs by Coach Ryan Nelson in the Gators backfield this year. That's in there for a strike. Along with Makai Simpson and Devin Brown, Carter Judah, not a bad third option in that backfield for Glenwood. That's going to be low, ball 3. So now a hitter's count with the bases loaded, and Carter Judah has a golden opportunity to break this game open and get the first runs on the board for Glenwood. Griffin, the 3-1 to Judah, and that is outside, ball 4. And a run will score. Glenwood takes the 1-0 lead. And that is going to be another walk issued by R.J. Griffin. That is his 5th walk in the game. Here comes Levi Pender. That is high for a ball. And if you're R.J. Griffin, you've got to throw a strike. There's no outs. You got to get the ball in play. Try to go for a double play. The 1-0. It's in there, strike 1. It's 1-1. I mean, you talk about Glenwood just having a fantastic season at 9-3, but look who they've beaten. The 1-1, foul back, saved by the net. It is 1-2. Bases are loaded. Glenwood leads 1-0 here in the top of the 3rd. Griffin's 1-2 pitch is a changeup that's high and upstairs, and it evens a count at 2-2. Don't forget, tomorrow we got the premiere of Glenwood softball. 2-2, high above the letters. It runs the count full. Glenwood is going to take on Opelika. Chris Gates on the call for that. So correction, it's not Opelika. Swing and a miss, strike 3. We'll try to get the opponent. We did get confirmation on that. What a strikeout there by R.J. Griffin. That's his 4th strikeout. It's 1 away. And Wilkinson, the batter. We also got Northside and Harris County soccer. And then Shaw Hardaway baseball. That is tomorrow. Swing and a miss. Wilkinson is 1-1. Wednesday, we got Brookstone and Shaw baseball. The Columbus Lions coach a show. The 1-1 is inside for a ball after a dominating 85-0 victory over the Peach State Cats. You talk about a warm welcome in the NAL. Columbus Lions, it's making waves in the new league. There's a 2-1, and it is outside. They will play Carolina on March the 21st. As Georgia Alabama Sports Live is your official broadcast partner of the Columbus Lions. Griffin from the stretch. The 3-1 pitch, it's popped up, and that's going to be on 17th Street, and it's going to bounce on the street and be a souvenir for the front yard. I don't think any of those people that live on Forest Avenue or 17th Street are giving those baseballs back. All right, payoff pitch coming. That's popped up. Shallow left. Camped underneath it is Livingston. Makes the catch. Throws it back into the infield, and what a throw. As the runners don't advance, McCrane, even though he's got speed at third, he did not want to test the arm of David Livingston. That is going to be a fly out by Wilkinson. And now Cal Lawrence, who walked in the second inning. Cal Lawrence's memorable moment this season, the 3-1 bomb against Central to open up the floodgates, and they won that game 8-4. And he lines one into left field, a base hit. McCrane scores. Rounding second is Campbell. He slides, and he scores. And it's a double by Cal Lawrence. What timely hitting. And Glenwood now leads 3-0. And on 2 outs as well. So Mac Blair, the batter, he's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. First pitch to Blair. It gets by the catcher. Randall can't come up with it. And in comes Carter Judah. And it is now 4-0. Griffin from the stretch. The pitch right in there for a strike. The DH, Mac Blair, stepping into the batter's box. It's in the dirt. Good stop by Randall. It's a 2-1 count. Griffin from the stretch. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Got him. That was actually the third strikeout. And that is 5 strikeouts for R.J. Griffin, but not before Glenwood puts up 4 runs in the third. We go to the bottom of the third. It's Glenwood 4, Columbus nothing, here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to one of our presenting sponsors, Buffalo Rock, and their partnership with everything that we do. And without business like Buffalo Rock, we wouldn't be able to go cover softball, volleyball games, every type of high school sport you can think of, local college games, and professional. So thank you to those businesses that support us, and specifically Buffalo Rock. And next time you're watching a Georgia Alabama Sports Live broadcast after a nice long day, why not enjoy it with a nice, refreshing Sorry? The best lemon lime soda around. Thank you to Sorry and Buffalo Rock for our partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hi, my name is Griff Gordy, and here at Gordy Eye Care, we have been serving the Bi-City community for 17 years. As a former state championship quarterback, I love the fact that I can watch local high school athletics from the comfort of my own home. So it was a no-brainer to support Georgia Alabama Sports Live and what they do for young athletes in our area.
And without business like yourself, Gordy Eye Care, none of our coverage would be possible to be able to cover the 16 different high schools, the local colleges, and professional teams. So we'd like to say thank you to you, Dr. Griff Gordy, and Gordy Eye Care for your support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Bottom of the third inning, David Livingston flies out to the right fielder, Hudson Campbell, for the first out. Now Maddox Anderson coming up here in the third. And you could definitely smell those hot dogs. Hot dogs and hamburgers, they are just grilling behind us. They do a fantastic job with concessions here at Columbus. That's going to be a ball. It's 1-0. Thursday, we've got soccer. Ace Charter taking on Calvary Christian. Harris County taking on Jonesboro. It's 1-0. Ground ball right to the third baseman. Pender throws a first for the out. Quickly 2 away here in the third. Goes 5-3 on the putout. Here comes Smoke Blackman. Grounded out to the pitcher his first time up. Sykes delivers. And that fouled back, and in fact it hit the catcher's mitt. It's 0-1. Friday we're going to be at Smith Station for Glenwood Smith Station, 2 schools that are separated by 2 miles. Finally get to play each other at Smith Station. They did play at Glenwood earlier this year. It's in there for a strike. It is 0-2 to Smoke Blackman. Sykes, the pitch. Just missed. It's a ball. It's 1-2. Glenwood. Swing and a miss. Tyler Sykes. Another 1-2-3 inning. We played 3 here at Columbus. The Gators lead the Blue Devils 4-0 on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
My name is Quinteria Perry, and this is my CVCC story. I've graduated from CVCC with my associates in medical assistant, and I received my certification from CVCC. The training that I got from CVC and being prepared to come and do clinicals helped tremendously. I started looking at scholarships, and the Ambassador Scholarship was interesting to me because you did events to earn your scholarship and you meet people. My favorite part about my job is meeting patients every day. They will crack me up every day. They make my day better. I would recommend CVCC to anyone that asks because of the scholarships, the teachers, the small stuff that you can't get at a university. They actually take the time out for each student.
Top of the 4th inning, we are live here at Randy Jordan Field. It's the Glenwood Gators and the Columbus Blue Devils for the first time in school history. 2 historic baseball teams in the Chattahoochee Valley. You got Columbus, winners of 12 state championships, one of the greatest baseball players to ever play the game, Frank Thomas, the Big Hurt. Glenwood, 24 state champions. And one of the best pitchers to ever come out of this area, Tim Hudson, playing for Glenwood. R.J. Griffin here in the 4th. Pitch is outside for a ball. It's 1-1. Yeah, it's going to be high for a ball. It is 2-1. As Ashley Long leading things off here in the fourth. Got a 3-1 count. Glenwood, the defending two-time AISA state champions, now in the AHSAA, 9-3 on the season. They have beaten teams like Central, Harris County, North Side. It's the 3-1 pitch. That is inside, ball 4, and he walked him. So Ashley Long aboard with a leadoff walk. And now Logan Henderson, the batter, walked last inning and scored a run. Showing bunt, it's popped up. Randall trying to dive for it. Let's hope he's okay. He's going to be okay. Coach Livingston is just checking him out. What an effort by William Randall to try to dive for a pop-up. That is 0-1. Griffin. Pitch to Henderson, and he bunts one. It's a little drag bunt. Griffin underhands it to Nottleman, so the job gets done. Henderson, with the sacrifice bunt, will put Ashley Long in scoring position, and now here comes the top of the lineup coming up. Mason McCrane is 0 for 1. He walked and scored a run in the third. And Coach Livingston, that's going to be all for R.J. Griffin as he leaves here in the fourth. 3 1/3 innings pitched, giving up the 4 runs, only 1 hit. But we're going to have a pitching change, and we are going to step aside here at Randy Jordan Field. Glenwood leads Columbus 4-0 here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live is proud to partner with one of our presenting sponsors, Buffalo Rock. And without this partnership, it would be hard to be able to live stream all the different sporting events at high schools, colleges, and local professional teams every single week like we do. So we thank Buffalo Rock for their support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And next time you're watching a Georgia Alabama Sports Live broadcast, make sure you're drinking a nice, refreshing Pepsi. Delicious. Thank you to Buffalo Rock and Pepsi.
All right, we are back here at Randy Jordan Field on the campus of Columbus High, as we've got a new pitcher. Caden Bryans is the new pitcher for the Blue Devils. In fact, looking up his stats, this is his 3rd appearance, and he is 0-1 on the season. He comes in relief for the starting pitcher, R.J. Griffin. Here's the upcoming schedule for the Columbus Blue Devils. As tomorrow, they will take on Jordan. The next home game is going to be here on the 14th, taking on the Spencer Green Wave. On the road next week against Sumter County, next Tuesday, rather, against Sumter County. On the 20th, they will travel on the road to take on Smith Station. March 21st, back at home, a doubleheader against that school on the hill, the Carver Tigers, coming to Columbus. And then we got the Midtown Showdown baseball edition on March the 25th against Hardaway. By the way, Hardaway having a fantastic year. 8-3 record. We're going to see them taking on Shaw tomorrow. That pitch is in there for a strike to Mason McCrane. 6-7 overall, the Columbus Blue Devils. 3-0 in 2A Region 1. And that is outside for a ball. It is 1-1. Right now, the top teams is Columbus and Jordan. Jordan is 4-1 with an 8-4 record, and they face off tomorrow. Pitch to McCrane. Right on the black. It's strike 2. Columbus hoping for a double play here in the 4th. Bryant's curve that gets away from Randall and stays with it. 3-1. Runner at second base, 1 out. First base is open, so putting McCrane on is not a bad idea. I mean, McCrane he's definitely got power, and he hits one, a towering shot into left field. Warning track power, but what a catch there by the left fielder, David Scott Livingston, as he had to battle the shade, and he was making sure that he did not hit the wall, and that is a loud second out. So with 2 away, Hudson Campbell, who has walked and reached on an error, also stole a base. Caden Bryans, pitch to Campbell. There's a ground ball. That's going to go right to the shortstop. And Anderson throws an Adelman to get the out. So Columbus does not give up a run here in the 4th. We go to the bottom of the 4th. And Glenwood leads Columbus 4-0 here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to one of our presenting sponsors, Buffalo Rock, and their partnership with everything that we do. And without businesses like Buffalo Rock, we wouldn't be able to go cover softball, volleyball games, every type of high school sport you can think of, local college games, and professional. So thank you to those businesses that support us, and specifically Buffalo Rock. And next time you're watching a Georgia Alabama Sports Live broadcast after a nice long day, why not enjoy it with a nice, refreshing Sorry? The best lemon lime soda around. Thank you to Sorry and Buffalo Rock for our partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Welcome back here to Randy Jordan Field. Bottom of the 4th inning. The heavy hitters coming up for the Columbus Blue Devils. On to face Tyler Sykes, who so far he's got 1 hit, 3 innings of work, 3 strikeouts. Glenwood also has 1 hit. It's really the 5 walks that were issued by R.J. Griffin that's been the difference. First pitch to Bryans. There's a little dribbler right over to Wilkinson. Covering the bag is Sykes, and good speed by Caden Bryans. We're going to go ahead and give him a hit on that one as he beat the throw. And so Caden Bryans is aboard with a leadoff single. And now here comes to the plate Michael Nodelman, who is 1 for 1 with a single. There's a throw back to first. Seen multi-sport athletes facing off against each other on the mound. With Tyler Sykes, a post player for Coach Dusty Perdue, Michael Nodelman, a post player for Coach Terrence Hill. Did not face each other in basketball, though. Sykes' first pitch to Nodelman, and that is fouled back. It's an 0-1 count to Michael Nodelman, who made history on Friday, pitched a no-hitter, along with R.J. Griffin, a combined no-hitter. Defeated Shaw to go undefeated in region play. They are now 3-0. That pitch is outside for a ball. By the way, the Jordan Red Jackets right on their heels. They are 4-1 with an 8-4 record. Coach David Lane saying the Red Jackets are a playoff team this year. And then we also have another big region game tomorrow, Shaw and Hardaway. And you can catch that game on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. The 1-1. And I'm sure, I don't know if they're going to honor the girls basketball team that just won the state championship, but I'm sure they'll mention it. The PA announcer will probably mention it at the baseball game. There's the 2-1. We'll try to get confirmation. We're going to have Kendall Mills on the Georgia Alabama Sports Live show later tonight. But if nobody mentions it, we'll make sure to mention it on the broadcast tomorrow. Shaw Hardaway, 5:30. Swing and a miss, and it runs the count full on Michael Nodelman. Sykes from the stretch. The payoff pitch to Nodelman, and it is outside, ball 4. So back-to-back walks. Correction. 2 runners on base. Caden Bryans was actually reached on a base hit. So Tyler Sykes issued a single, and he's issued a walk. And I believe that's his first walk of the game. Sykes showing bunt, lays down a beauty. Christian Spivey over Sykes and gets it over to Henderson. That will move the runners over in scoring position with 1 out. So I'll bring to the plate William Randall, who grounded out to the second baseman to start the second inning. William Randall leading the team with a .361 batting average. And that's chopped up the middle, right to Henderson. Throw to first. In time, but a run will score. Glenwood does get the out. Great play by Henderson. Going to his right, and then a sidearm throw off balance. It'll be 4-3 on the putout, but an RBI for William Randall. And Columbus gets on the board. They now trail 4-1. Here comes Jonathan Miller. He is 0 for 1, grounded out to the second baseman in the second. It's a 1-0 count. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1. One ball, one strike. The pitch to Miller, right on the outside corner. It's 1-2. Jonathan Miller, who has got a home run. He hit that home run over the weekend, leading the team along with Michael Nodelman. Swing and a miss, got him. Strike 3, and Glenwood gets out of the inning, but not before Columbus puts a run on the board. We played 4 here at Randy Jordan Field. It's now 4-1. Glenwood on top over the Blue Devils here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hi, my name is Griff Gordy, and here at Gordy Eye Care, we have been serving the Bi-City community for 17 years. As a former state championship quarterback, I love the fact that I can watch local high school athletics from the comfort of my own home. So it was a no-brainer to support Georgia Alabama Sports Live and what they do for young athletes in our area.
And without business like yourself, Gordy Eye Care, none of our coverage would be possible. To be able to cover the 16 different high schools, the local colleges, and professional teams. So we'd like to say thank you to you, Dr. Griff Gordy, and Gordy Eye Care for your support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And you can make an appointment today at Gordy Eye Care with the number 334-291-5125. Keep supporting Gordy Eye Care and keep watching Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Top of the fifth inning, Caden Bryans working the fifth for the Columbus Blue Devils, trailing 4-1. Carter Judah will be the batter. He is 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. An absolute beautiful ballpark. And it is one of the oldest ballparks. I know it's been refurbished, but a lot of history here, a lot of retired numbers out on the right field wall. Over in the left field wall, we got Bobby Howard and Frank Thomas. That's in there for a strike. I mean, we're looking at current Atlanta Brave Jordan Weems. How about Josh Lester, who got the last out of the 2006 Northern Little League Championship? Also played for Columbus. That is inside for a ball. How about Reggie Abercrombie, who played for the Florida Marlins? A lot of great Columbus baseball players. Gary Ingram. Gotta give a shout out to Gary Ingram, as that is fouled back, probably in somebody's backyard. Yeah, newly inducted into the Chattahoochee Valley Sports Hall of Fame, Gary Ingram, who played for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Hit a home run in his first at-bat in 1994. Longtime minor league hitting coach. 2-2 to Cal Lawrence. Bryans, the pitch. High and above the letters, it runs the count full. For the first time in school history, two historic teams playing for the very first time. Payoff pitch to Lawrence, and that's fouled on Forest Avenue. And that is probably on either somebody's trampoline or somebody's pool in the backyard. As that went actually over the house. And then that's going to be ball 4. So Cal Lawrence. Correction, Carter Judah with a walk. And now Levi Pender, the batter. He's 0 for 2. Popped out to first in foul territory, and he struck out. Bryans from the stretch, the throw back to first. Glenwood 9-3 on the season, win a perfect 3-0 in the Border Wars this past weekend. Throw back to first. It's a 1-0 count to Levi Pender, the quarterback for Coach Nelson on the Glenwood team that went undefeated in the regular season. High, towering shot. That's deep. Still in play. Livingston makes the catch for the first out. As Pender ended up hitting a moonshot, but it stayed in the ballpark. I'm curious to see what the dimensions are of this ballpark. It's got to be different than Tim Fanning Field. But here comes Wilkinson. Lefty on lefty matchup. Caden Bryans, the pitch high above the letters, 1-0. Bryans from the stretch, and the throw back to first. Yeah, just trying to keep Carter Judah honest. That's high ball 2. Columbus changing classifications, going from 3A to 2A. They got to be one of the top teams in 2A, especially with their success. As that is in there for a strike, it's 2-2. They are the favorites in their region, and they got off to a great start defeating Shaw on Friday, 2-1. And that is looped into left field. That's going to fall for a base hit. So Glenwood with 2 runners aboard. That's the second hit of the game. And Wilkinson with a single. And now Cal Lawrence, the batter, who is 1 for 1 with a double and 2 RBIs. And here with 1 out, he's got an opportunity to tack on some more runs for the Gators. And then the throw back to second. Carter Judah gets back safely. Not a lot of action around the area. That is inside for a ball. Callaway is hosting Lamar County. We don't have a score on that. It's a quiet day for a Monday around baseball. Usually Tuesdays is a big action. That is going to be lined foul. That was a good rope by Cal Lawrence, who's shown that he's got some power. He is the type of pull hitter that can take it out of here. But you also have a towering left field blue wall. Got to get it cleared over there first. The 1-1, and that gets by Lawrence. And the runners are going to advance, and Glenwood now has runners in scoring position. We got a busy, and I'm talking busy slate of games tomorrow. Kendrick hosting Sumter County, Columbus and Jordan, Shaw Hardaway. That is inside for a ball. And how about Carver Spencer? We got a Carver Spencer baseball game tomorrow. Northside is hosting Griffin. That is low ball 4, and the bases are loaded for Glenwood. Cal Lawrence draws his second walk of the game. He's been aboard 3 times. And now Mac Blair, who's struggled a little bit at the plate. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. He's got an opportunity here with 1 out to get something going for the Gators. And I tell you, the fans do not disappoint. They are Columbus and Glenwood fans here packing this place, as we expected. First pitch to Blair, right down Broad Street. It is strike 1. And that's popped up in foul territory, racing to it and trying to get there was Smoke Blackman, but could not, and it's going to be strike 2. How about this matchup tomorrow? Callaway is hosting Pike County. Pike County won the state title in 2A in 2022. We got Chaco hosting Marion County. That's another rivalry. We should really dub this week Rivalry Week, as that is 0-2. Because we've got a bunch of rivals in baseball that are playing tomorrow. Columbus, Jordan, Carver, Spencer, Shaw, Hardaway. Sign me up for that. Bryans, the 0-2, high above the letters. It's 1-2. Bases are loaded for Glenwood. Caden Bryans, the 1-2 pitch. And that is fouled back. Mac Blair staying alive. It is a 1-2 count to the DH. Glenwood leads 4-1. We're here in the top of the 5th inning. Caden Bryans, the 1-2. Change up high, ball 2. And it's a 2-2 count to Mac Blair. And the pitch. And it gets away from him. And it runs the count full. Also tomorrow, Troup County taking on Fayette County. LaGrange taking on Whitewater. Payoff pitch to Blair. High, ball 4. And that will bring in a run. And Glenwood now leads 5-1. That's going to be probably all for Caden Bryans. Let's see what Coach Livingston is going to talk to him about. Well, we're going to go ahead and step aside here at Randy Jordan Field. Glenwood leads Columbus 5-1 here in the 5th.
My name is Sergeant Jason Swells, and this is my CVCC story. Class sizes were not too large. The professors in each class had time to talk. It was almost like a one-on-one experience. CVCC did prepare me for my career. They made sure you knew the subject before you walked out of the class, before you took the test. They dedicated 100% of themselves to it. I could say for anybody who's deciding or thinking about going into criminal justice, CVCC.
Well, Caden Bryans decided to stay in this game. And he is facing Asher Long. Who is 0 for 1. Walked his last time up. Faced with a 1-0 pitch. It's outside. It's 2-0. Glenwood will take on Holtville this Thursday on the road, and then they will be on the road taking on Smith Station on Friday. 2-0, that's right down the middle. It's 2-1. As far as a road game for Glenwood, they do not have to travel that far, just 2 miles down the road. The 2-1. Strike 2. It is 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. There's a ground ball right to the shortstop. The flip to second for 1. Over to first. Bobbled by Nodelman. They do get the second out, but a run is going to score. And Glenwood now leads 6-1. So Logan Henderson, who does not have an official at bat, he walked, had a sacrifice bunt, and he's got a run scored. Then he'll be back to the top of the order for Glenwood. Runner at first and third. Caden Bryans throwing back to Nodelman. Glenwood trying to pick up their 10th victory of the season. They start region play next week. And you got to think that they have got to be the favorites in their area, along with Lee Scott Academy, Dadeville, Beulah, trying to make the playoffs in baseball. And We've seen them make the playoffs in football and basketball. But the question is, how tough is 3A going to be for Glenwood? I mean, they have been tested up to this point with big wins over Central, Harris County, Northside, Smith Station, and Russell County. It's a 1-on-1 count to Logan Henderson. And he pops it up. That's on 17th Street. And it'll be a souvenir for those fine people that have a nice view of a baseball game. It's a 1-2 count to Henderson. Runner goes. Curve. Got him. Strike 3, and Caden Bryans gets out of the inning, but not before Glenwood puts up 2 here in the 6th. Here in the 5th, we go to the bottom of the 5th. It is Glenwood leading Columbus 6-1 on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Bottom of the 5th inning, Glenwood now leads 6-1. Tyler Sykes on to work the 5th. So far, 4 innings of work. He's only given up the 1 run. And he has 4 strikeouts. R.J. Griffin going to lead things off here in the 5th. He is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Sykes, first pitch to Griffin. That is fouled back, 0-1. Got a busy lineup of high school baseball tomorrow, including Harris County on the road taking on Jonesboro. Big region game there. 0-1. It's swung on a miss. It's 0-2 to Griffin. Columbus is going to be taking on Jordan. We got Kendrick taking on Sumter County. Just missed. It's 1-2. Shaw taking on Hardaway and Carver and Spencer. The 1-2, swing and a miss. And R.J. Griffin chasing after one out of the strike zone. And that's the 5th strikeout for Tyler Sykes. And now David Scott Livingston will be the batter. He flied out to the right fielder in the 3rd inning. He is 0 for 1. Sykes, first pitch to Livingston. In there for a strike, 0-1. David Scott Livingston, the leading rusher for Coach Bob Peters and the Columbus football team. The 0-1, changeup, just missed. It's 1-1. That was good location by Tyler Sykes. He just couldn't quite get the strike zone. And he'll go back to work with a 1-1 pitch to Livingston. Fastball and foul back. It's 1-2. Maddox Anderson on deck for the Blue Devils, who trail 6-1 here in the bottom of the 5th. Live here at Randy Jordan Field, home of the 12-time state champions. They last won it in 2012. That three-peat. There's the 1-2. Got him on a strikeout, swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Tyler Sykes and 6 strikeouts. So 2 away here in the 5th. And Maddox Anderson, the batter. You talk about the 12 state championships. You could see him on the left field wall. The legendary coach and Chattahoochee Valley Sports Hall of Famer, Bobby Howard, who's now an assistant at Brookstone, as he was honored here when we did the Brookstone-Columbus game. Maddox Anderson, Sykes starts him off with a strike. The 0-1 just missed. It's 1-1. That run of 3 straight from 2010, 2011, and 2012 featured a lot of great players. As a 1-1, and that's foul back. Some of them were on that 2006 Northern Little League team, like Josh Lester, but also Jordan Weems was on that team, on some of those teams. That was a great run for Columbus in the early 2010s. And then they won a couple, 2004 and then 2005 as well. That just missed. It runs the count full to Maddox Anderson. The 2-2. Inside, runs the count full. But the run started in 1984, and that was when Bobby Howard had a player by the name of Frank Thomas, who would go on to play football and baseball at Auburn. As that is fouled back. And then the Big Hurt would go on to hit over 500 home runs, played mostly for the Chicago White Sox. Payoff pitch to Anderson, outside, ball 4. And a 2-out walk issued to Maddox Anderson. That will bring the top of the order coming up for Columbus. Smoke Blackman, who is 0 for 2 with a strikeout, and he grounded out to the pitcher. Trying to get this 2-out rally going here in the bottom of the 5th. Check swing. He did go around, yes. It's 0-1. Sykes from the stretch. The 0-1 to Blackman. It's 1-1. Glenwood and Columbus. First time in school history, these two teams will play again April 1st at Tim Fanning Field. The 1-1 just missed. It's 2-1. Sykes, a quick lob over there to first to Wilkinson. And it's a 2-1 count. Sykes from the stretch. The 2-1 to Blackman. Lined into center. Going back. McCrane makes the catch. The warning track power by Smoke Blackman, but McCrane tracks it down as Glenwood gets out of the inning. We played 5 here at Columbus High School. Glenwood leads 6-1 over the Columbus Blue Devils. We'll be back on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hi, my name is Griff Gordy, and here at Gordy Eye Care, we have been serving the Bi-City community for 17 years. As a former state championship quarterback, I love the fact that I can watch local high school athletics from the comfort of my own home. So it was a no-brainer to support Georgia Alabama Sports Live and what they do for young athletes in our area.
And without business like yourself, Gordy Eye Care, none of our coverage would be possible to be able to cover the 16 different high schools, the local colleges, and professional teams. So we'd like to say thank you to you, Dr. Griff Gordy and Gordy Eye Care, for your support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And then you can make an appointment today at Gordy Eye Care with the number 334-291-5125. Keep supporting Gordy Eye Care and keep watching Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Top of the 6th inning, it's Glenwood, it's Columbus. And the fun fact that I had at the beginning of the broadcast, and if you follow me on social media, I actually had to look this stat up. I wondered did Frank Thomas ever face Tim Hudson in the majors? Yes, he did. He was 2 for 11, 15 plate appearances. But you remember, Tim Hudson was dominant in the early 2000s with those Oakland A's teams, along with Mark Mulder and Barry Zito. Frank Thomas's run was in the 90s. He was still playing baseball all the way up until the late 2000. I think he retired in 2008, 2009. But, yeah, he went 2 for 11, 4 walks. I don't know if they've ever had a conversation about wouldn't that be cool if our schools could play each other someday. I don't think that conversation happened. But this is a reality. Columbus is playing Glenwood. We're here in the 6th. Caden Bryan's facing Mason McCrane. Starts him out with a ball. And that is Fun Facts by Richard Holdridge. Had to look that one up. It's funny, any type of random baseball stat you could look up on the internet that's outside for a ball, it's 2-0. McCrane is 0 for 2. 2 flyouts to the left fielder. He did walk and score a run. The 2-0 to McCrane. That's foul back. It's 2-1. We're live here at Randy Jordan Field. Columbus going to be going up the road about maybe 2 miles away, taking on Jordan tomorrow. 2-1. It's inside. It's 3-1. Here's a 3 up. Umpire had to brush off the plate. The 3-1 count to McCrane. Inside, ball 4, leadoff walk for Mason. And now Hudson Campbell, who is 0 for 2. He walked, reached on an error, stole the base. The number 2 hitter. Caden Bryans will throw it back over to McCrane. Glenwood leads 6-1. They put up 4 runs in that third. They're able to put up 2 in the 5th. Caden Bryans showing bunt, pulling back is Hudson Campbell. It's going to be high for a ball, 1-0. Bryans, the stretch, the 1-0 pitch, just missed outside. It's 2-0 to Campbell. Glenwood comes in with a 9-3 record, a perfect 3-0 over the weekend against teams in the Border Wars, including Calvary Christian, Harris County. There's a ground ball right to the shortstop, Maddox. Throw to second for 1, throw to first, trying to scoop it out of the dirt is Nodelman, but not in time as Hudson Campbell was able to beat it out. McCrane is out at second. Hudson Campbell grounds into a fielder's choice, so with 1 away, Carter Judah the batter. Carter Judah is 1 for 2 today with a double, a walk, and 2 runs scored. High fly ball! That is deep! That is a foul ball. Yes, I had a fan tell me if that would have been fair. He had a better angle than me. If that was fair, that would have been a home run. That cleared the Blue Monster. And yes, we're going to call that left field wall here at Columbus the Blue Monster. That is not trademarked. The 0-1. And Cade Bryant steps off the rubber. Bryant's the 0-1 to Judah. There's a curveball outside. There's a throwback over to first. Nodelman with a swipe. Hudson Campbell is back safely. Great to see some of the Glenwood athletes here cheering on the Gators, making the trip to Columbus. Not that far away from Phoenix City. It's about a 20-minute drive. See members of the girls basketball team, Coach Dusty Perdue. They reached the playoffs last year. A 2-1, and that's swung on a miss. It's a 2-2 count to Carter Judah. The 2-2 pitch, runner goes, it's in the dirt. There's a throw down. They get him. Yes, what a throw there by William Randall. Guns down Hudson Campbell for the second out. What a cannon. And that, it kind of makes me wish we had instant replay, because that was a throw of beauty by William Randall. The 0-1, foul back, 0-2, and I'm going to say that right now, and I'm going to timestamp that one for Riley. That's a candidate for a play of the game. We're gonna go ahead. Chris Gates is up here with me. He's my witness. We're gonna timestamp that one. Ground ball to third. Spivey throws to first. Nottleman gets him out, and Columbus gets out of the jam. As Glenwood strands one, we go to the bottom of the sixth. It's a 5-run lead for the Gators here live at Randy Jordan Field. Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hey, grab me one too.
Bottom of the sixth inning, Tyler Sykes on to work the sixth. So far, 5 innings of work. He's given up the 1 run, and he's got 6 strikeouts. Caden Bryans is going to lead things off. Bryans 0 for 1 with a walk, and he struck out in the first. Sykes goes to work. First pitch to Bryans is outside, ball 1. So congratulations to the Columbus State Cougars and Lady Cougars as they make it to the NCAA tournament. Columbus State is actually going to host. They are the #1 seed in their region. Columbus State Lady Cougars, they are the 5 seed. They're going to have to play at Dahlonega. Two balls and no strikes to Caden Bryans. Sykes delivers. The pitch, high fly ball, left field. Tracking it down is Asher Long. And it's going to be a foul ball. Hard to tell from this angle. He might have had a – this is definitely not one of those ballparks like Oakland Alameda County Coliseum that has just a massive foul territory. Usually when – you have those baseball fields that are also football stadiums. They have massive foul territories. There's plenty of room out there. Although this baseball season, they are not going to be affiliated with a team. They're just going to be called the A's. The 2-1 to Bryans. And that's looped in a shallow left center. That's going to fall for a base hit. Bryans makes the turn around first, and he's got himself a leadoff single. And that's the second time he's aboard today. And that will bring to the plate Michael Nodelman. He's reached base twice so far today. He is 1 for 1 with a single and a walk. As Columbus trying to get to Tyler Sykes here in the 6th. Question is, how long does Coach Fanning go to Tyler Sykes? First pitch to Nodelman is outside, ball 1. Michael Nodelman leads Columbus with 1 home run and 14 RBIs. Also the top pitcher. Got to see him Friday pitch a no-hitter. What a great accomplishment for Michael Nodelman and R.J. Griffin. It was a combined no-hitter. The 1-0, swing and a miss. It's 1-1. Sykes. And he steps off the rubber. And we got timeout. So after last week with the state championships in basketball, it officially puts a bow on the basketball season. Now we can start focusing on spring sports. There's the 1-1 on the outside corner. It's 1-2. And speaking of which, we will have our spring sports media day this Sunday at the Beck Center. All 16 schools that we cover here in the Chattahoochee Valley will be a part of it. We will hear from coaches from the golf teams, the tennis teams, soccer, and track and field. Two balls and 2 strikes to Michael Nodelman. Sykes. The 2-2 pitch. Just missed, and it runs the count full. That's a good eye by Michael Nodelman. Sykes. Looking Bryans down. The stretch. Payout pitch. Runner goes. A high towering fly in the shallow right field. Campbell camps under it. Makes the grab. Bryans smartly trots back to first. He was going on the pitch. It was popped up into right field. So now Christian Spivey will be the batter. He popped up to the right fielder in the first and had a sacrifice bunt. So he is 0 for 1 in this game. Sykes, the first pitch, and it's fouled away. To the screen, it's 0-1. By the way, the concessions, they do a fantastic job here. Always enjoy the concessions here at Columbus High. They've had a lot of great baseball games here. Want to thank the baseball coach and the athletic director, Coach Chad Mathis. The assistant athletic director, Danielle McCoy, which you can catch on Office Hours, the real life of an athletics director. The 0-1, runner goes. There's the throw down. And that is going to be safe. As Caden Bryans has got himself a stolen base. And it's an 0-2 count to Christian Spivey. Sykes working from the stretch. The 0-2 to Spivey. There's a little chopper right to the first baseman. Wilkinson tags the bag. Bryans advances over to third with 2 away. Score that 1 unassisted. 3 unassisted. Man, I'm getting my numbers wrong. 3 is the pitcher. See, I got this really cool baseball score sheet, which I should have been using this whole time. Yeah, William Randall, the batter, and William Randall going old school without the batting gloves. That I love seeing that. And Sykes starts him off with a strike. I'm trying to think of a famous baseball player that does not use batting gloves. There's quite a few of them. The 0-1, swing and a miss. It's 0-2 to William Randall, who had the play of the night. William Randall gunned down the runner for a huge out. The 0-2, there's a little chopper right over to Henderson. And could not get the out, and a run scores. What a job there by William Randall to beat out the throw. That's going to be a single and an RBI. That's the second RBI for William Randall. And now now Jonathan Miller is going to come up to the plate. We got a pinch runner over there for Columbus. It's Michael Fox. Recognize that name. Also plays football. He was one of the top receivers for Coach Peters. It's now 6-2. Glenwood on top. That is low for a ball to Jonathan Miller, who is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And now with the sun right over the left field wall, now it's starting to get a little chilly. The 1-0, swing and a miss. It is 1-1. And remember, daylight savings time, it's supposed to be 6:30 right now, and it is 7:30, so it's going to be lighter later. The 1-1, swing and a miss by Miller. It's 1-2. It's Tyler Sykes trying to get out of this inning, go to the 7th. Will he work the 7th? Is Coach Fanning going to keep him out there to try to get a complete game? Or does he go to the bullpen? The 1-2 to Miller. Got him! Strike 3. And that is the 7th strikeout for Tyler Sykes. We played 6 here at Columbus High. Glenwood leads Columbus 6-2 after Columbus getting a run in the 6th. We'll be back on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hi, my name is Griff Gordy, and here at Gordy Eye Care, we have been serving the Bi-City community for 17 years. As a former state championship quarterback, I love the fact that I can watch local high school athletics from the comfort of my own home. So it was a no-brainer to support Georgia Alabama Sports Live and what they do for young athletes in our area.
And without business like yourself, Gordy Eye Care, none of our coverage would be possible to be able to cover the 16 different high schools, the local colleges, and professional teams. So we'd like to say thank you to you, Dr. Griff Gordy, and Gordy Eye Care for your support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And then you can make an appointment today at Gordy Eye Care with the number 334-291-5125. Just keep supporting Gordy Eye Care and keep watching Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Top of the 7th inning, Glenwood leads Columbus 6-2 here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Richard Holdridge along with Chris Gates, happy to be bringing you some Monday night baseball. And the new pitcher on the mound for Columbus is Smoke Blackman. He's going to face the Glenwood hitters here in the 7th. Columbus is going to be down to their last at bat, so they got to find a way to keep Glenwood off the scoreboard. Caden Brines did a good job in relief of R.J. Griffin. But now Smoke Blackman, who, just looking at his warm-up pitches, he looks like somebody that has closer presence for Coach Mathis in the Columbus Blue Devils. Columbus now in 2A. Last year as a 3A school, went 18-16, lost to Mary Persons in a winner-take-all game 3 against Mary Persons. 2 years ago, they went to the Elite 8. They're trying to get back there as a 2A school. But right now they stand 3-0 in the region. But they got a big region matchup tomorrow against Jordan, who's 4-1. And Smoke Blackman, this is his second appearance. He's got a 420 earned run average. And he's pitched in an inning and 2/3. Well, Levi Pender, the batter, here in the 7th, and it's high and away for a ball. Levi Pender, 0 for 3. Popped out to the first baseman, struck out, and flied out to left. Blackman, the 1-0. And that is low, ball 2. Georgia Alabama Sports Live, like the Facebook page, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. 2-0 to Pender. Right down the middle, it's 2-1. And we will have the debut of Glenwood softball tomorrow, taking on Opelika. The 2-1. High and above the letters, it's 3-1. Harris County takes on Northside in soccer. We got Brookstone and Central tomorrow. Trying to see if we'll be able to live stream that one. 3 balls, 1 strike to Pender. High ball 4, and Levi Pender with a leadoff walk. Now Andrew Wilkinson, the batter. Coach Fanning is going to have a talk with the umpire. We're here in the top of the 7th inning as the lights starting to come on here at Columbus High School. Founded in 1890, the oldest public school here in Muskogee County. We talked about the great baseball legends that came from this school, but also 2 of the greatest basketball players to ever come out of this school, Mark Upshaw and Sam Mitchell, also came from the school. Usain Bassi plays for the Los Angeles Chargers, a safety, and also the home to the Bachelorette, Charity Lawson. Also was on Dancing with the Stars. Had a big year in 2023. She was on The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, and Dancing with the Stars, and also was a cheerleader at Columbus. Yeah, I just got random fun facts just about every inning. All right, Smoke Blackman, the pitch to Wilkinson. Oh, and look out. Runner goes. And that's going to be a stolen base on the pass ball. I wonder if that's I don't see Levi Pender out there. I think that's a pinch runner because he might be pitching in the 7th, or Tyler Sykes is going to close this one out. The 1-0, and it's outside. It's 2-0. That's what I figured. Levi Pender is going to be closing this game out because he is not out there as a runner. I love it when I interact with the fans up here on the broadcast because they know a lot of the inside information. That's popped up. Playable. Underneath it, making the catches, Caden Bryans, who's back out there at center field for 1 away. And now Cal Lawrence, the batter. He is 1 for 1 with a double, 2 walks, and 2 RBIs. Runner at second with 1 away. Smoke Blackman from the stretch. And the pitch to Lawrence is high and away. It's 1-0. In the 7th, Columbus will have R.J. Griffin, David Scott Livingston, and Maddox Anderson, the 7, 8, and 9 hitters. Check swing. He did go around. Yes, it's 1-1. Fans trying to stay chilly here. It's trying to stay warm. It's starting to get chilly. Last time we were here for the Brookstone Columbus game, they were selling hot chocolate. That concessions just kept making it. So 1-1, that is foul back. And I know Rex and Thrift kept going back to concessions and getting hot chocolate. And it was absolutely brutal. One of the coldest baseball games I've ever called. It's a 1-2 count to Cal Lawrence, who has not gotten out in this game so far. He's reached base all 3 times. Change up, line to the left, and that is going to be a foul ball. That looked like it was on the line. What a shot by Cal Lawrence. And it's still 1-2. So what a great year for Columbus Athletics. The volleyball team makes it to the Final Four. The softball team makes it to the Elite Eight. To the Sweet 16, rather. They were actually 1 win away from going to South Commons. That's where the 8 teams face off against each other. Smoke Blackman, 1-2. It's outside. It's 2-2. You talk about, the football team and new head football coach Bob Peters took over for the longtime coach Phil Marino. The basketball teams, Coach Terrence Hill in his first year. 2-2. Inside, runs the count full. The girls basketball team under Coach LaShonda Adams improved their win total from 9 to 11, and they were on the doorstep of the playoffs. In fact, should have made the playoffs. I still can't believe a 4-24 team made the playoffs. There's the payoff pitch to Cal Lawrence, high, ball 4. And Cal Lawrence has been on base all 4 times. I'm sure that Oakland A's general manager Billy Bean is going to be scouting a player like that because he got on base all 4 times. A reference to the movie Moneyball. And here comes Mac Blair. He is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts and a walk. And he's showing bunt. It's high and away. It's 1-0. We appreciate everybody watching us on Facebook and on YouTube at Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Got a busy day tomorrow. A lot of great games for you. Blackman showing bunt. It gets by Randall. Runners are going to advance, and now Glenwood has runners in scoring position here in the 7th. And it's a 2-0 count to Mac Blair, the designated hitter. Blackman delivers the 2-0. That's outside, and it runs the count to 3-0. There's the wind, the 3-0 pitch. Right down the middle. It's 3-1. 3 balls and 1 strike. 1 out. Pitch to Mac Blair. Swung and a miss. Runs the count full. So Smoke Blackman was down 3-0. Has brought it back to 3-2. Blackman getting the sign from Randall. The payoff pitch coming. Fastball. Outside, ball 4. The bases are loaded. So Mac Blair aboard. Now Asher Long, the batter. He is 0 for 2 today. Grounded into a fielder's choice. He walked. And then that's going to be a foul ball. That was down the third base line. And it's an 0-1 count to Asher Long with Logan Henderson on deck. Glenwood leads Columbus 6-2 here in the top of the 7th inning. Smoke Blackman, the 0-1 is high and away. It is 1-1. Glenwood's next 2 games are going to be on the road. On Thursday, they will travel to Holtville, a team in the AHSAA, and then on Friday, they're just traveling 2 miles down the road. The 1-1, as they will take on the Smith Station Panthers. We will have that game for you on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Big news coming out today about Smith Station. The 2-1 inside, and that hit him. That hit Asher Long, and that will score a run. And Glenwood now leads 7-2. And Coach Livingston is going to have a talk with his pitcher, wondering to see how long he's going to stay with them. Like Columbus going into the bullpen. We're going to go ahead and have a new pitcher here at the top of the 7th. Glenwood leads Columbus 7-2 on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
My name is Quinteria Perry, and this is my CVCC story. I've graduated from CVCC with my associates in medical assistant, and I received my certification from CVCC. The training that I got from CVC and being prepared to come and do clinicals helped tremendously. I started looking at scholarships, and the Ambassador Scholarship was interesting to me because you did events to earn your scholarship and you meet people. My favorite part about my job is meeting patients every day. They will crack me up every day. They make my day better. I would recommend CVCC to anyone that asks because of the scholarships, the teachers, the small stuff that you can't get at a university. They actually take the time out for each student.
We want to thank the Chattahoochee Valley Community College. How about the Lady Pirates? As they win the Gulf South region, they're going to be playing in the first round of the national tournament in Missouri. There's going to be a watch party tomorrow at CVCC. Thrip Barrage and I will be there live on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. How about that? Congratulations to Coach Joe Richardson and the CVCC Lady Pirates. All right, Christian Spivey is the new pitcher for the Columbus Blue Devils. This is his 5th appearance on the season. Spivey has pitched 5 1/3 innings with a 14.44 earned run average. But one thing about this Columbus Blue Devils team, Coach Mathis schedules tough opponents. They're 6-7, but if you look at some of the teams they faced 5A Noonan, 7A Auburn out of Alabama, Pacelli, one of the top teams in the GIAA, Central, and then they had Russell County, a 6A school. They split with Harris County, a 4A school. They got a lot of tough opponents. And, they lost to Brookstone, but the most important stat, they're 3-0 in the region. And they got a big one tomorrow. They are going to be taking on the Jordan Red Jackets, who are 4-1 in the region. All right, Spivey showing bunt is Logan Henderson, and he pulls back. It's ball 1. Logan Henderson does not have an official at bat. He walked, scored a run, and had a sacrifice bunt. The 1-1 is high for a ball. It's 2-0. So I was told that there's nobody warming up in the bullpen. It looks like Tyler Sykes is going to come out and pitch the 7th. The 2-0. Right down the middle, it's 2-1. Upcoming schedule for Columbus. Tomorrow, taking on Jordan. 2-1. Popped up, out of play. On Friday, they're back here at home, taking on the Spencer Green Wave. The next week on the road against Sumter County. 2-2, got him, strike 3. What a pitch by Christian Spivey for the out. And now the leadoff hitter with 2 away, Mason McCrane, who's flied out to left field twice, and he has walked twice, so he's 0 for 2, but he does have a run scored. And that's in the dirt. A good stop by Randall. It's 1-0. Columbus will face Glenwood again at Tim Fanning Field April the 1st. 1-0, and that is fouled on the fist. And look out, the Columbus dugout had to back out of the way. Don't forget, after this game, Thrift and I will have the Georgia Alabama Sports Live show. We got a lot of sports stories to talk about. This has been one of the busiest sports days that I've ever seen since I've been covering sports the last 3 years. The 1-1 pitch, that's in the dirt, well, in the turf. Stopped by Randall, it's 2-1. Spivey, 2-1 pitch. Change up, high above the letters, it's 3-1. So Mason McCrane with a hitter's count. Bases are loaded. Spivey has got to throw a strike. Here's the pitch to McCrane. And that's low, ball 4, and a run will score. And Glenwood now leads 8-2. And that will bring to the plate Hudson Campbell, who is 0 for 2 on the day. He walked, got into a fielder's choice last time. That's fouled back on Forest Avenue. And that's going to be a souvenir for those fine residents that have their homes on Forest Avenue, get to watch a baseball game on their front porch. It's 0-1. Spivey, the 0-1. Popped up. That is going to be in our neck of the woods. And ain't nobody going to make that catch. As that hits the cement. And great thing about having these night games, it's always a tradition when you have foul balls that the kiddos go out and shag the foul balls. We've done games where all the kids are in school and just not the same experience. 0-2, changeup, got him on a strikeout. What a pitch there by Christian Spivey to get out of the inning. But Columbus is down to their final 3 outs. Tyler Sykes coming out in the 7th, trying to get the complete game win. As Glenwood puts up 2 more on the board, they now lead 8-2. As Columbus down to their 3 final outs, going to the bottom of the 7th. Glenwood leads Columbus 8-2 on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hi, my name is Griff Gordy, and here at Gordy Eye Care, we have been serving the Bi-City community for 17 years. As a former state championship quarterback, I love the fact that I can watch local high school athletics from the comfort of my own home. So it was a no-brainer to support Georgia Alabama Sports Live and what they do for young athletes in our area.
And without business like yourself, Gordy Eye Care, none of our coverage would be possible to be able to cover the 16 different high schools, the local colleges, and professional teams. So we'd like to say thank you to you, Dr. Griff Gordy and Gordy Eye Care, for your support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And then you can make an appointment today at Gordy Eye Care with the number 334-291-5125. Keep supporting Gordy Eye Care and keep watching Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Bottom of the 7th, Tyler Sykes 3 outs away from a complete game win for the Glenwood Gators, trying to get their 10th win of the season. And first pitch over to Caden Bryans, starts him out with a swing and a miss and a strike. Sykes That's on the outside corner, strike 2. Correction, that's Cody Mills coming in as a pinch hitter for Columbus. Sykes, the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Ring him up. 8 strikeouts for Tyler Sykes. Glenwood, 2 outs away from getting the road victory. And now here comes David Scott Livingston here in the bottom of the 7th. Sykes, first pitch. Change up, popped up, shallow right, underneath it. Campbell makes the grab, and Glenwood 1 out away from picking up the victory. Columbus down to their last out. It all comes down to Maddox Anderson trying to keep this game alive for the Blue Devils. They will have a short turnaround taking on Jordan tomorrow. And that's in there for a strike, 0-1. And that's a big region game. Trying to figure out who they're going to pitch in that game because I know Nottleman pitched on Friday. The 0-1, that's a little tapper. And that's going to be, is that an out? I think that hit the ground. That was a very high chopper that Levi Pender fielded, and that's going to be a base hit. So Columbus stays alive. And now here comes Smoke Blackman. 0 for 3 in this game. And the pitch to Blackman is outside for a ball. Of course, Glenwood in the AHSAA, first time playing public schools in their school history. 1-0 to Blackman, and that's fouled away. It is 1-1. It's the first time they played in this stadium. Pitch is fouled away, 1-2. And Columbus down to their final strike. One ball, 2 strikes. 2 away, bottom of the 7th inning. Glenwood leads 8-2. Sykes from the stretch. The 1-2 to Smoke Blackman. Chopped foul, staying alive. Blackman. Caden Bryan's on deck for Columbus. And timeout is called. And Jamari Blackman just needed a breather to step out of the batter's box. And then we'll start it up again. Sykes working from the stretch. The 1-2. And that's lined into right field, a base hit. And the inning continues. And Jamari Blackman with a single in the 7th. And now 2 runners aboard for Columbus. And Caden Bryans will be the batter. He is 2 for 3 in this game with 2 singles and a stolen base. The heart of the order coming up for the Blue Devils, down 8-2. First pitch is in there for a strike to Caden Bryans. Sykes from the stretch, checks the runner, The 0-1, Swain and fouled away. And Columbus down to their last strike. Glenwood fans is trying to get away with a road victory, go back to Phoenix City after just a chilly night. Not having to make a trip that far, just across the river. The 0-2 to Bryants. Fouled back. Out of play. Caden Bryant staying alive. And every now and then you see those foul balls going down Forest Avenue or 17th. That's actually 17th Street. Forest and 17th. That's where this beautiful high school stadium is. The 0-2. Changeup. Got him. Strike three. Ball game over. And the Glenwood Gators travel across the river and get a big road victory in Columbus by defeating the Columbus Blue Devils 8-2. Tyler Sykes, a complete game, 9 strikeout win, 7 innings of work, giving up 2 runs. And Tyler Sykes is your Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game. The Glenwood Gators pick up their 10th victory of the season. Columbus falls to 6-8. They will take on Jordan tomorrow. Columbus will take on Holtville on Thursday, and then they will take on Smith Station this Friday. What a game. Thank you to Chris Gates, our producer. It's been a lot of fun. Once again, the Glenwood Gators rally and tack up another victory to an impressive season where they are playing a bunch of public schools, and they have made statements so far in this season, getting a very impressive win over the Columbus Blue Devils by a final score of 8-2. The final line totals: Glenwood 8 runs, 2 hits, no errors. Columbus 2 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. And Columbus falls in this one. They will take on Jordan, and then they're back at it this Friday against Spencer. So for Chris Gates, I'm Richard Holdridge saying so long from Randy Jordan Field. Once again, your final score: the Glenwood Gators get a road victory over the Columbus Blue Devils, 8-2, to go to 10-3 on the year. Thank you for tuning in, and have a great rest of your night, everybody.